So I just saw American Sniper. Yes! Finally, a good movie made in the month of January. Traditionally, movie fans, January doesn't usually produce the best movies. We usually don't start to see really good movies till probably about March or so. But I think this one counts. Well, I know this one counts. So American Sniper. This is a film directed by Clint Eastwood. I like that right off the bat. Clint Eastwood understands dark and gritty. So you may also remember some other Clint Eastwood movies like $1 Million Baby, Gran Torino, and even Jersey Boys. Some people knocked it, but I thought Jersey Boys was still pretty entertaining. But in this movie is going to cover the autobiography of Chris Kyle. Chris Kyle has gone down as the most skilled marksman in U.S. history as it relates to sniping. And this movie basically follows the book pretty good. I haven't read the book yet, but from what I understand from people who have, it actually is a pretty good adaptation from that. Now, this movie centers around the idea of Chris Kyle, who is, when we first meet him, is a rodeo cowboy who's deciding one day that he wants to do a little bit more than just be a rodeo cowboy. That's right. He joins up and signs up with the Navy SEALs, and he makes it through that training, and it's pretty cool because they show you some of the training that SEALs go through. Serious stuff for sure. And I think we all kind of know a bit about the training, but this one, Clint Eastwood goes the extra mile to show us a little bit more about what it really looks like and what it means to become a Navy SEAL. So then what this movie really becomes about as it goes along is the character study of a soldier. What it's like to be a soldier and then come back home and try to acclimate back to just regular civilian life again. And then going back over again and then coming back. So basically in the story, in the movie, Chris Kyle goes on 4 tours. And you can imagine what that does to his wife, who's expecting and then has a kid, and then he's not even there for several periods of time, and just the angst that's going on there. Chris Kyle is played in the movie by Bradley Cooper, and Bradley Cooper does an excellent job. In fact, that's one of the props about this film, which I'll get into later. Also, the wife, Taya Kyle, is played by Sienna Miller, and she's also phenomenal in her role here. Is that. And so the acting, you don't have to worry about. The story, you don't have to worry about it. In fact, let's just get into the props, because I'm kind of going there right now anyway. So the props. Number one, the cinematography. Kudos again to Clint Eastwood. Just some of the shots that he got of being over there, overseas, in the Middle Eastern countries there. It doesn't look like just some CGI put in. The locations look really good, but the cinematography, just the back wide-angle shots, especially of the sandstorms, which is a really intense scene, which I won't go into further detail about, that happens, and you get to see a firefight, you know, in a sandstorm, and that was pretty incredible. So you'll definitely like those moments. Also, the acting again. Bradley Cooper, not from Texas, but does the Texas accent, and I know what a Texas accent sounds like. And I have to say, he did a good job. It didn't wear thin. It didn't sound like a guy who's trying to act like he's from Texas. I think he captured the whole Southern cowboy thing pretty well. I give him props for that. And I think Sienna Miller did a great job at playing Taya Kyle without being overly melodramatic about it. I think she played it just enough where you got the sense to know, yeah, this sucks. This is hard on the family. War sucks in general, but on a family it's even worse, especially when you're worrying about whether your man's going to come back home or not. So that was pretty riveting. There's some scenes there with her. Just wow, she just did a great job. And also, I would say another good prop about this film would be the storyline itself. It is a great character study of what it's like to be a soldier and to try to come back home and acclimate and then go back over there. Chris Kyle is not over there because he just loves to kill people. This movie makes sure that you know that that wasn't the case. He was over there to do a job, and that's what he saw it as. But even then, he still couldn't separate from the lives that were being taken out. You know, he still understood that there was still a loss of life in all this on both sides. And I thought that was very good that they were showing that as well. So let's get to the cons, or let's get to the eye rolls, or otherwise known as cons. I would only say really that there's only maybe one eye roll, and it's not anything big. It's maybe even nitpicky. Towards the end of the movie, when right before the credits, when they start showing some actual data on the screen. I would like to have just seen a little bit more. That's just because I'm a learner type person. I like to learn more things. Maybe I should just go read the book and I'll have everything I need. But either way, that's what this movie was about. So what is my rating? My rating on this film, now as you know, in Vegabomber land, we only have 2 ratings, right? Either a movie was good or it wasn't. It's your hard-earned $12, and it's my job to tell you, from my perspective, whether it's worth it to spend the money and go to the theater or wait till Redbox or VOD, or maybe not even watch it at all. So this movie, Vegabomber land, what we do is we have the blowing up sign, which means that it's blowing up, it's good, it's like a balloon. Once it gets air in it, now a balloon's fun. Or blown up, it needs to get blown up, as in detonated. And this movie, American Sniper, directed by Clint Eastwood, with the great starring role of Bradley Cooper as Chris Kyle and Sienna Miller as Taya Kyle, to me, this movie is blowing up. Yes, it is. And oh, by the way, new feature for 2015, I need to give some shout-outs, or in this case, maybe a salute. I salute Clint Tenney and Andrew Tenney, a father and son team that likes to watch reviews, and really the whole family. Gentlemen, I salute you. And a regular shout out to all the other new subscribers that are coming on. Remember, just tell your friends about Vegabomber land so that they can come check it out and hear the real story on what's really going on with these movies that are coming out of Hollywood. Well, that's it. I'm your boy Vegabomber, and I'm out. Yeah! Obligatory t-shirt grab. Out.